Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. All right, Shalom. I want to start by giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to our apostle, elders, great minister, and teacher, will well. Peace, peace, safe to the hopeful, they pushing this truth week in, week out into sincerity, charity, and love, and the spirit of Bahashem, Shai throughout the four corners of the earth. All right. I just want to go over this Obadiah, man, because these are the times that we're in, man. All right. We're in a time of war. We're in a time of America think that they're going to go on forever, think everything's sweet. They think that this place is just at a point of being rebuilt. They think they're going to make it great again. They think nothing's going to change. But the Lord had it was a trick bag for them, man. All right, and it's tell us all about it. Tell us all about it in this book of Obadiah, man. All right, so I'm gonna read some scriptures, and tie them into this, man. It's the vision of Obadiah does say the Lord power concerning Edom. All right, Edom is the so-called white nation, man. All right, their biblical name is Edom. It says we have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. It says arise and let. It says arise ye, let us raise up against her in battle. All right, that's lucky. Let's talk about going to war with so-called America, man. All right, because this is Edom's playground, man. This is his new Babylon. This is his new wicked kingdom, man. You know, that's what all stars say right here, man. It says, behold, I have made small among the heathen that are greatly despised. All right, and right, man. They are greatly despised. It says the pride of that heart hath deceived thee. All right, right, man. And what they always say, the pride in America, the pride this, the pride that. But it says the pride of that heart have deceived thee. That heart goes into the mind. All right, so they mind have deceived them. And how so like it, let me slow down. And how have it deceived them? All right, by thinking that this place shall go on forever, by thinking America's never going to be touched. In the book of Revelation, the 18th chapter, it says, um, America is pertaining to, roughly paraphrasing, a woman that has not been touched, man. And that goes also to America's pride. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get there real quick. Let me jump to that real quick, just to uh, let me find it. Give me a second. You know what? I can start at verse 2. I'm gonna start at 1. It says, after these things, I saw an angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. All right, and his mighty with his strong voice said, Babylon the great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils. All right, and in the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage and unclean and a hateful bird. For all the nations have. See, this is why the Lord has come to destroy this place, man. All right, it says, for all the nations have drunken her wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. And her merchants of the earth have waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies, because everybody gets rich off America, man. Every America is an importer, not a deporter. And that's why the so-called Trump gets on TV and says he want to make America great again, because America is an importer and not a deporter. We don't make anything here. All right. It says, I rushed through her abundance of delicacies. I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that you be not partakers of her sins. All right, that's where we stand up, the elect, man. We're gonna be beamed up in those chariots, man. You know, we come out of this place, we're gonna be beamed up in those chariots, and that you shall not receive her plagues. All right, so the Lord's gonna deliver us out of here, so we don't have to deal with this, man. It says, for her sins have reached unto the heaven, and Yahweh have remembered her iniquities. All right. It says, reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. And the cup which she hath filled to her double. So it's going to be a double portion that this place is going to get, man. All right, when you was in slavery, man, you're gonna have a double portion. We're gonna reward you the same way you rewarded us. All right, you're gonna get the same beat down, but double it. All right, you're gonna get the same hardcore slavery, but double. All right, this is the promise the Lord has made to the saints, man. All right, and this is which I'm gonna, this is kind of what I was getting into. This verse 7 says, "How much has she glorified herself and lived deliciously? So much torment and sorrow give her." All right. So as much as built yourself up to be this nation, as much as you've done these things, we're gonna give you torment, man, and sorrow, man. It says, "For she said in her heart, I said a queen." This is the pride I'm talking about. She said in her heart, I said a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Nobody can beat us. We're the number one military in the world. Nobody can come destroy America. That's going to happen to this place. This is the so-called mindset of the American people. The so-called mindset of the American politicians, the president, and the military, man. All right, well, listen to what the Lord has to say about this. It says, "Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death, and mourning, and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord who judgeth her." All right. So the Lord let you know that all these things are going to come to this place, man. And one day, that's just a time frame, when it's going to be utterly burned up with fire. All right, those through the thermonuclear missiles, man. That's through that thermonuclear war that the Lord is going to let get started into this place, man. But I want to go into that pride that so-called America has, man. We're going to jump back to the book of Obadiah, though. All right. Uh, what was that? Okay, it says, "The pride have deceived the the pride of thine heart have deceived thee. Thou dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high." And everywhere you go, through this so-called America, they have high rises. People want to live on the top floor. They believe that's wealth, or believe that makes them that pride. Everybody's beneath me. You know, who said it said whose habitation is high. That said in his heart, who shall bring me down? And that's the characteristics of this place. Who shall bring me down to the ground? All right, they don't think nothing's going to happen. Everything's going to just continue. They're going to continue to advance. No, the Lord's going to destroy this place, man. All right, through the atrocities, the things that you've done to His people. All right, you Israelites, you niggers, Latinos, and Native Americans. It says, "Though thou exalt thyself as an eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars." All right, that's going to your so-called space stations. And they do what's American? What is the Americans? What's America's mascot? A bird, man. It's eagle. All right, the eagle has been a symbol all the way from the Roman Empire to now, man. Because America is pretty much Rome all over again, man. Babylon all over again. It says, "Thence I will bring." It says, "Thence will I bring thee down," saith the Lord. So the Lord said He's going to bring this place down, man. It says, "If thieves came, yeah, if thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off?" It says, "Would they have stole till they have enough?" All right, this is questions, man. It says, "If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they leave some grapes?" No, they not leaving none, man. It says, in the ancient days, when the grape gatherers did come, they would leave grapes on the trees for the less fortunate, man. It says, "How are the things that Esau searched out?" It says, "How are the hidden things sought up?" All right, because this dude does a diligent search on everything, man. You know, all the way down to the molecules. It says, "All the men in our confederacy have have brought thee even to the border. To the men that were at peace with thee, they have deceived thee." All right, and that's what's going on now, man. All right, the so-called United Nations is pretty much breaking up. These guys who are all at peace points with one another, who all at each other's back per se, when it's time to come to war, now they're saying we're done with that. That's over with. We're not dealing with that no more. You know, it says it prevailed against thee. Why they gonna prevail against? Because they're gonna potentially turn on this place, and they're gonna destroy this place, man. It says, they that eat thy bread has laid a wound under thee. Yeah, all right, and there is no understanding in him. It says, shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise out of Edom, and the understanding out of the mount of Esau? And all thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed at the end of the mount of Esau, may be cut off by slaughter. So the Lord said, He's going to destroy the nation of Esau, man. All right. It says, for the violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. All right. So once the Lord, all right, what this scripture is going into as well, man, is once the Lord deals with you guys, man, you guys are going to go into slavery. Are you going to help build up the kingdom of heaven? And then the Lord's going to cut that out, cut you guys off forever, man. In that day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captives, his forces and forgers entered into the gates and cast lots upon them. All right, right. Well, y'all could have helped us. Y'all laughed at us, man. Y'all forwarded it, man. Forwarded the affliction on us. It says, "Reuben, even thou was as one of them." It says, "But thou should have not have looked on the day of thy brother in the day that he became a stranger, neither should have thou rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction." Yeah, they was all happy. All right. Now remember, man, that Israel is the apple of the Lord's eye. Remember that you Israelites are a royal priesthood unto the Lord, it says unto himself. Remember the Lord said that Israel was a nation that he was dealing with and none else. All right, so while we were getting jacked up, when Edom was laughing at us, man. Laughing at their stress. Neither should have thou have spoken proudly in the day of their stress. See? Look at, that's how they do it now, man. It says, thou should have not entered into the gate of my people in, in the day of their calamity. Yea, thou should have not looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity, because they stole everything from us, man. All right? All our records, all our statues, all our histories. All right? Neither should not have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape. All right, so they tried to they did their thing against us, man. Honestly, I delivered of those that of those of his that did remain in the day of distress. So they delivered us up, man. All right, delivered us up and gave us up. It says, for the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. All right, in the heathen nations, anybody who's not among the 12 tribes of Israel. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto you. It's that payback, man. The Lord believes in the balance, the big payback. All that is done, it shall be done unto all the all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thy own head. Right. Everything you did, man, is going to return upon your own head, man. All right? All the atrocities, everything you came up against to our people, the Lord's going to let it come right back down on you, man. All right? I'll be in there right there, man. I just wanted to go on to this, man, because the pride of this devil is getting worse and worse, man. And the only person who's going to be able to bring this dude down is Yahweh Shemel Shai, man. All right, so Lord want us to edify to the body. And with that, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakadash. Double honor to our apostle, Elder Green Millstone, to teach you well. Peace, blood, safety, to the whole lake, pushing this true week in, week out, sincerity, charity, and love, and the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai throughout the four corners of the earth. With that, I want to say, Shalom.